Welcome to today's Pilates practice. We're focusing on lower burn. So we're doing glutes, hamstrings, quads, maybe we'll get into some calves. I want us to use a squishy ball today. So if you have this size or even slightly smaller is fine. If you don't have one, I'm going to suggest that you do a different video today because the point of the ball is that it creates some instability because obviously it's not flat. And then come back to this guy when you get one of these. What's great about the little ones is that they're super easy to store and they're super easy to either fill with air or deflate and put away in a drawer and pull it back out when you decide to use it again. So grab one, and if you have one, then let's get started. Go ahead and meet me seated. Before we even get into using the ball, set it beside you, find a tall spine, and let's warm up the body a little bit. So go ahead and take your arms out to the side, extend them back past your shoulders, peel your chest up, and take a big breath in. Exhale, tuck your chin round through your spine, find a little C curve through your spine. So you can feel that rounding and lengthening through the low back. And again, we repeat, inhale, peeling open through the chest, feel space across your collarbones. Exhale, gradually tucking the chin, rounding through the back, rounding through mid-back, lengthening through the low back, feeling the tailbone tuck right underneath of you. One more time, here we go, reaching open. Exhaling to round. And we come to upright. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and take your left arm high to the sky. Side bend up and over. Come back up to the center. Opposite arm reaches high to the sky. Breathe in for length. Exhale, side bend over. Good work. Come on up. Take your hands back behind you. Extend the legs forward in front of you. Take your feet wide toward the edges of your mat. Now for this, you could do it all the way down on your back if you prefer. Either way is fine. Go ahead and windshield wipe the knees from side to side. Let the pelvis shift with you. The wider the feet are, the more you'll get a little bit into the quads. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice work. And then we'll bring the feet back to about hip distance and explore figure four. So again, you can do this one flat on the back if you prefer. Cross the right over the left, flex that foot, find a tall spine. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And I personally like to do a little rock with my figure fours. Just my personal preference. If you need a little bit more, check the heel. Could it be a little bit closer towards you? Sometimes that helps. Think about pressing the right knee away from you. Sometimes it will want to creep in close towards your chest. Giving it a little press away can help as well. One more breath here. And go ahead, switch legs. Even while we're here, we're stretching. I want the breath to be a focus. So if you haven't even thought about your breath yet, let's bring it in. Notice your inhale. Notice your exhale. Amazing job. And we release. Alrighty. Now the ball comes into play. Our feet are about hip distance. This ball is going to go right between your knees. You're squeezing it in place. Now you're not squeezing it in for dear life. It's just a gentle hold. From here, we will all meet down onto the back. Feet stay planted. We're in a neutral spine. So that means you have the natural curvature through your low back present. For some of us, that natural curvature is a little bit trickier to maintain through movement, which is why we do Pilates, because it helps us find that. So the chin is slightly tucked. The back of the neck is long. That little round low back curve is present. And an easy way to check for that is feeling your hip bones and your pubic bone. Do they feel as if they're on one level? If you feel like your pubic bone is higher than your hip bones, then you need to tip the hip bones forward and vice versa. Okay? Awesome. From here, arms return down by our sides, palms are pressed down, widen through your collarbones and wiggle the shoulder blades a tiny bit closer together. Active through our feet. Give me a big breath in. On your exhale, soften your low back down. So now you can feel your entire spine gently pressing into the mat, engaging through our glutes and hamstrings. So what does that look like? Think about widening your sit bones. Imagine your heels hugging towards your bum. Go ahead and exhale, lift your hips all the way up to the sky. Good. Hold it up here. Big breath in. Big breath out. From here, teeny tiny little pulses. So drop your bum down an inch and back up. Down an inch and back up. As you're moving through this, you might make tiny little adjustments. So for me, I can feel my heels feel a little too far away, so I'm going to draw them in just a bit closer and then keep pulsing. For some of you, if you feel like your knees are knocking in towards one another, keep pulsing, keep pulsing. I want you to walk your feet a bit closer together. Go for 3. Keep those shoulders lifted. Chest is proud. We have one more. Hold at the top. Articulate your spine back down. So upper back rolls down first. Mid back follows. Low back follows. Tailbone, and then finish back in our neutral. Check again. Pubic bone, hip bones are level. Amazing. From here, let's do that again. Soften the back down. Rounding through the back. Big breath in. Exhale. Press all the way up to the top. Great job. From here, bend your elbows. Think kind of like you're a toy soldier. Triceps are really pressed down here. I want you to lower your bum down to hover without fully sinking down to the mat. Hover, hover, hover. So I can just barely feel my bum pressing down. It's just hovering, hovering, hovering. Exhale, press straight up. Inhale, lower down. Hover, hover, hover. Exhale, press up. Lower and lift. Now I want you to feel this through the glutes and hamstrings. So think about pressing up versus the quads pulling you up. We have 5 and 4. Exhale, zipping up and in. And 3 and 2 and 1. Hold at the top. Reach your arms up high to the sky. Flip your palms to face away from you. Lower the arms down to hover. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, bring the bum down to hover just as we did before, but this time the arms float up high. Exhale, they switch in space. Bum presses, hands hover. Inhale down. Exhale, bum lifts. Hands, or I guess arms, and the hips are passing each other in space. We have 5. Squeeze the bum. And 4. Zip up and in through that low belly. And 3. And 2. And 1, hold. Pulse the arms by your side for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7. Grip through those heels. Think about the heels sucking up and into your back pockets. Last 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and relax. Woo! Nice work. Take the ball out. Give those legs a little shake out. Amazing. This time, we're adjusting the ball to go between your ankle bones. Squeezing the ankles together carefully to keep your ball in place. Legs find themselves at tabletop. We're still in a neutral spine. All right, arms out to the side. Squeezing together. I want you to drop your legs towards the left as low as they'll go without touching. Once you find that lowest point, extend the legs out long. Keep them long. Pull back to center. Bend the knees to tabletop. Good job. Breathe in. Exhale, legs fall to the right as low as they'll go without touching. Amazing. Exhale, straighten your legs out. Pull back to center. We're adding on this time. Bend your knees to tabletop. Let your legs fall to the left. Extend the legs out long. Think around the world. Keep your legs long. Pull them to center. Pass right through center to the right. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Bend your knees to tabletop. Pull them back to center. Let's reverse that. Tabletop legs. Let them fall with control to the right as low as they can go. Extend the legs out long. Keep them long as they pass through the center line all the way over to your left. Are you still in neutral? Good, good, good. You got this. Bend back to tabletop. Pull them to center. All right, enough of that. Bring the arms back down by your sides. Tap your toes down about halfway. Exhale, pull them back. Down about halfway. Exhale, pull them back. 1 more. And back up. Hold it here. Breathe in. Flex your feet. Press your feet away on a high 45. Exhale, pull them back in. Now watch as you're doing this, that your knees don't buckle in towards one another. Your knees stay in line with your ankles. Lots of stability. Try and keep that ball as still as you can. Let's move into a combo. From here, dip your heels down. Exhale, pull them in. Extend them out. Pull them in. Heels dip down. Pull them in. Extend out. Draw them in. Now I'm going to offer you another variation that's more challenging. So if you feel strong, if you feel controlled, you'll lower your heels down even more. Maybe the ball taps the mat. Exhale, back up. Now you'll press your legs out, straight out instead of a high 45. Exhale, back in. Good. Tap down. Exhale in. Tap out. Exhale in. If you feel this in your low back, I need you to back up a bit. I need you to keep it up on those higher variations. Or just as easy as doing one leg at a time. You'll forget the ball and you'll do one leg at a time. Nice job, guys. We're almost there. I can feel this in my low back now, just in that last rep. So I'm changing my range to make it a little smaller. Good job. And we relax. Whew. Take the ball out. Give the legs a little rock. Okay, this next one, we're doing one leg at a time. Bring your left leg up. Tuck the ball behind your thigh, so just behind the knee. Bend the knee to squeeze the ball in place. Perfect. From here, the right foot can stay down, planted, or you can lift it up to tabletop. If it's lifted to tabletop, that's your more challenging zone. Okay, from here, arms, actually, I'm changing my mind. Lower your foot down. Let's all meet here. We're doing something different. I'm inspired. Okay, anchor through your right foot. Squeeze the left leg with the ball tucked behind you. Shoulders are pressed down. Take a big breath in. Lift your hips up. Hold it here for a second. Good. Exhale straight down. Now the difference with these is that our spine stays in neutral. I'm not rolling the spine. So stays in neutral. Breathe in. Exhale straight up. Hold at the top. Breathe in. Exhale straight down. Breathe in. Exhale, press up. Hold at the top. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Trying to keep your pelvis level so the left hip isn't lower than the right. You have 3 more. You've got this. And 2. And 1. Hold it at the top. Can you lower your toe to tap, lift back up? Tap, lift back up. Tap, lift back up. Go for 3. And 2. Ooh. And 1. And roll down. Good job. Give the legs a shake. Amazing job. We're getting ready for the other side. Tuck the ball behind the right leg. Left foot stays planted. Arms are by my side. I'm taking a big breath in. Exhale, pike your hips up. Hold at the top. Exhale, lower down. Good. Keep that going. Pelvis is level. You're going to notice the right hip is going to lag. It's going to want to sink. Your goal is to squeeze through the right bum. Widen your sit bones. You have 3. And 2. And 1. Hold at the top. Tap your right toe down and up. Down and up. Down, exhale. Down, exhale. And 3. And 2. And 1. And relax. Oh, amazing. Okay, let's adjust ourselves a little bit here. We're moving on to our side body. The ball now is being used as a tool for feedback. So you're tucking it underneath your side body, beneath your ribs. I'm propped up on my elbow. I'm nice and long through my spine. Now what I want is for the ball to be used as feedback to give you an idea of what's going on with your side body. So instead of sinking, which sometimes we do, our rib cages want to sink, you'll feel the ball puff out, right? Because naturally your weight's sinking down. As soon as you feel that, that's your reminder, the rib cage needs to lift. This ball should be as relaxed as possible. It's not bearing any weight at all. Okay? From here, extend your top leg out long. Can you draw it forward just about a quarter of the way? Rotate your big toe down slightly. The knee also will rotate. It follows the foot as well as the hip. From here, start to circle. Little tiny circles. Lots of control, lengthening through that side body. Both sides of your waist are long. You have 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. We stay here. Float your leg forward. Float your leg back, just in line with your hip. Forward and back. Try and keep it on a straight line, like it's sliding across a flat surface. Good. Slide forward, hinging at the hip, but you're not rounding through the back at all. Press back, think about that smile crease line right at the bum. Squeeze your bum. Exhaling. You have 3, and 2, and 1, and relax down. Amazing job. Let's go ahead and spin around to the other side. Tucking underneath our rib cage. We're propped up high on that elbow. Bottom knee is bent. Top leg's extended out long. My hips are stacked. I'm taking my floating foot, guiding it forward about 1/4 the way. Rotate your big toe, knee, hip down just slightly. Go ahead, circle it out. Breathing in, breathing out. Rib cage is just floating above the ball. Shoulders are soft away from your ear. You have 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and good. Keep that leg straight. We sweep it forward. Flex your foot, and we point it back. Let's add that on. Flex forward. Point back. Just a little embellishment. Flexing forward. Pointing back. My hips are still stacked. The ball is still light. Point and flex. Awesome job. We're almost there, guys. You have 3, and 2, and 1, and relax. Woo, that was great. Good job. Let's do one more thing for the calves. So the ball is going to stay with us. Take your time to bring yourself all the way upright. The ball is going to go between your hands. You're just actively pressing into it. Your feet are about hip distance apart. From here, come up high on your heels and press down. Good. Come up high on your heels and press down. Try and get up as high as you can. Heels lift, 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 and lower down. Lift, 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 and lower down. One more, lift, and lower down. Good. Okay, let's add on again. We're actively pressing into the ball. Bend your knees, sink down into a squat. Lift your heels, lower down. Lift your heels, lower down. So you got to work on keeping your weight in this hinged position. So no rocking forward and back. My chest stays still in space. You have 5 and 4. TA pelvic floor is still working. And 3. Focus your gaze ahead of you. And 2. Stay lifted. Hold it here. Hold it here. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Can you extend your arms forward and back in? And forward. Reset if you need. And in. You got 3 more. Here we go. Woo. And 2. And 1. And soften those heels. Come up to standing. Give the legs a shake. Great work. All right, we're done with the ball for today. Let's give the legs a little stretch. You can use the wall if you want to. You're going to catch your back foot. Suck it right in beside the left. Quad stretch. Lengthen through your spine. Breathing in. Breathing out. Extend the leg long behind you. Take a big step back in space. Sink the heel down. Stretch to the calf. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Step forward. We're doing a figure 4 standing now. So crisscross the right over the left. Bend your knees. Sink, and you're creating a ledge with the standing leg for your right leg to rest on. Come up to stand. We go ahead and switch. Grab our left foot. Tuck it behind. Zip those legs together. Lengthen through your spine. Breathing in. Breathing out. If this quad stretch is tricky for you, you could use a yoga strap or a tie or a tea towel, loop it around the foot and hold on to the ends of whatever prop you've chosen to use, and that's going to help you over time. Okay, extend the leg out long behind you, sink that heel down, make sure your stance is long enough. If your stance is too short, you might not feel this through your calf, okay? Longer stance gives you that space. Breathing in, breathing out. Figure 4, crisscross it over, sink down, bend. Good, and relax. Amazing job, guys. There's a few other videos in the channel catalog that have a little bit more restorative and stretching, so if you feel like you need more of that, you can go ahead and grab one of those. And thanks for joining me.